Big up Gully guy.
Oh, I'm bad.
Alright.
I'm big up Marlon.
Oh.
I'm big up one Dan.
Welcome to Crime Time News and Entertainment with a Buzz. The video that you just saw at the start of this is of VYBZ Kartel and also Mr. Marlon Samuels bigging up Mavado. If you know anything about VYBZ Kartel and Mavado, they pretty much had the business, meaning dancehall, in a headlock. Especially after that infamous Sting appearance, I think that was in 2008, don't quote me. We saw that they were once bitter rivals because of all the Gully and Gaza-ish. They came to some sorts of peace treaty, shake hands and make amends. However, we see that things have changed drastically for both artists. 2011, VYBZ Kartel incarcerated. Mr. Mavado, not so bad, had his legal woes as it pertains to some sorts of incident in which some people get pie up, lose them life. His son was implicated and he was also a person of interest. Don't think that he has been back to Jamaica ever since then. We saw that after VYBZ Kartel got released, Mavado made some sorts of posts and VYBZ Kartel responding. Mavado saying, welcome back home, freedom is a must, rate, lele. Now people are saying, after this video that was posted from St. Vincent's and the Grenadines, in which VYBZ Kartel and Marlon Samuels are big up the Gully God, people start saying, it seems as if Mavado is going to be performing at VYBZ Kartel first concert that is supposed to be held on the 31st of December 2024. Well, people, here's my thoughts on that, and this is just my opinion. That is going to be wishful thinking. That is illogical thinking. That will never happen. And here is why. Like I said before, Mavado and his son case, Mavado was a person of interest. Mavado take for himself. So therefore, Mavado is not going to come back to Jamaica to appease these dancehall fans and make VYBZ Kartel show even nicer and then put his life at risk. He did not do it. Not that he was not supporting his son's case from afar, from a distance, but he did not take the chance and come to Jamaica to be there personally for his own son. Do you really think that he would actually do that for some sorts of concert just because VYBZ Kartel? If he's not going to do it for his BLOOD, he would not do it for VYBZ Kartel, no matter how much respect and love he has for him. It is not going to happen. And don't get me wrong, I am not going to say that he would not join VYBZ Kartel on the tour, on other legs of the tour at different places where he's not a person of interest and might not be arrested or would not be arrested. And whenever you hear VYBZ Kartel talk, even though it was him and Marlon Samuels talking, Marlon Samuels might have been the one that kind of initiated the whole thing, the big up. VYBZ Kartel don't just talk empty. So therefore, when you hear him talk about the hot artists that he like, meaning the 450, the Roger Wild, the Pablo YG, and other artists like those, you can best believe that they are going to be on the tour in some places, maybe even starting from Jamaica. So therefore, when you hear him mention Mavado, you best believe that in some sorts of board meeting, some sorts of meeting with Joe, the name Mavado was mentioned, and it is going to be sure that Mavado is going to be on some part of the tour in some other island. That island definitely won't be Jamaica, because when Mavado assess and analyze the risk and reward, him says Jamaica is not the place for him, at least not for right now. The next thing when me hear whole heap of people attack, I say, boy, Lenga get desperate. Leng should call for Alkaline to be competitive on the 26th. VYBZ Kartel show on the 31st. That is the only way in which a show might pop off. Now, people, here's the thing. Alkaline, I would not say, is a relevant artist right now. Alkaline had his time it kind of sees or kind of DEAD down in about 2016, 2017. We are now presently in a 2024. No disrespect to the artist. Yes, him getting time, and yes, he has a strong fan base, and yes, he has a strong following on social media in a real life. However, he is no sort of savior. He is not a hot artist right now. He is just maintaining. And people, that is not a bad thing. That means you have big songs, you have classic songs in your catalog that you can go and tour. Not as extensively like you did when you was hot. When you look at the history of Alkaline, has Alkaline ever performed on Sting? Is Alkaline one of those artists that look like has clash ability? Now people, here's the thing, and I don't want people to take it as some sorts of disrespect. It is a difference to be a studio artist wherein you know your lyrics, you know your song, you know how you want to structure it for that 3 minutes. It is a different kettle of fish, different ball ground whenever you are talking about clash. That means a freestyle, you are talking from the top of your dome. Not a lot of artists has the ability to do that. And people, again, no sorts of disrespect. Me as a person that was at that Sting in which Mavado and VYBZ Kartel clash, I am not going to say that I did not get bang for the buck. However, I was kind of expecting more. I saw in both artists that they were kind of limited in their freestyle. And we know that VYBZ Kartel is very lyrical. However, it is a different thing whenever you are on the stage and you have to just freestyle stuff off of the dome. Me see cases in both artists, especially Mavado, that it was kind of iffy. As a matter of fact, I will even go a little bit further. Everybody thought that it was going to be a slam dunk as it pertains to VYBZ Kartel, a more lyrical, dancehall, hardcore artist, and Mavado being a sing-J, but people, it was pretty close. In my opinion, VYBZ Kartel won, but he did not win by the margin in which I thought that he would have won. I thought that it was going to be easy as 1, 2, 3, hardcore dancehall artist versus a sing-J. It should have been pretty much him ravel him out, meaning VYBZ Kartel. That was not the case. So I say this to say that Alkaline does not have a history of doing any sorts of clash. Yes, it is easy to go in the studio and one artist sing a song and then you pen it out and write it out and then put it together after certain takes. But whenever you are on that stage, mano a mano, man versus man, it is a different kettle of fish. It is something that you have to have. The people that have that, merciless. The people that have that, Ninja Man. The people that have that, Papa San. The people that have that, Lieutenant Stitchy, Beanie Man, and Bounty Killer in some sorts of cases. Shabarangs, Super Cat. Those are the things that we are used to. So I say this to say that Alkaline does not fall in that category. Alkaline does not fit that criteria. And what is even worse, Alkaline would not embarrass himself to put himself at a disadvantage to go on a show such as Sting, which pretty much flop out themselves the fact that they brought Amari and Queenie on 1 year. Alkaline knows that he is going to be at a big disadvantage, and I don't even think that Leng or his son is able to pay Alkaline to save any sorts of show. So people, it is no sorts of rational thinking. It makes absolutely no sorts of sense. It will not happen this year, next year, or 10 years from now. So this is just wasted talk. This is just empty talk. These are just people, mostly Vendetta fans, that are hyping up and giving Mr. Leng and Sting some sorts of hope. However, it is going to be an exercise in futility.
Give me the idea. So we're there at Jamaica. But first me I come here, so I never know if I saw the place nice, you know.
I'll buy some property or something.
Yes, so we are going to come, we are going to see you more often. Trust me, we are going to see you more often, so.
So the next thing that we heard persons saying is that VYBZ Kartel left Jamaica, went to St. Vincent and the Grenadine because he is not safe in Jamaica and people, he is not. That is a fact. However, the main reason that he went to St. Vincent and the Grenadines is to take care of his health because, like most people know, health is wealth and health is your priority. Without any sort of health, VYBZ Kartel is not able to go to the studio, sing any sorts of song, and most importantly, perform on any sorts of stage show without getting short of breath and without losing his life. So therefore, this is the reason. If you look at this video, you could see him clearly at the hospital and persons are taking all sorts of pictures because most persons, they are starstruck, especially when it comes to an artist of the caliber of VYBZ Kartel. So people, take a listen, take a look at this video and then I'll give my piece. So people, you see the video and like they said, the proof is in the pudding. The facts are these: the main reason why he went to St. Vincent and the Grenadines is to take care of his grave disease. He went and he saw what they are calling an endocrinologist. That is the person that is an expert in that field. So people, like you heard, he gave a list of places that he might have gone. We are speaking about Cuba, we are speaking about St. Vincent and the Grenadines, amongst other places. So it seems as if he has decided that that is the place that he's going to go. And even people are saying that he was buying all sorts of property. Yes, he did mention that he liked the place. However, like I said, the priority was to take care of his health. Now, I don't know if VYBZ Kartel is still in a St. Vincent's and the Grenadines. However, he made some sorts of posts in which he got some new sorts of tattoo. Don't know if it is a late post for a tattoo that he got before he left or after he came back. Not really sure. But what this tattoo shows is a cage bird being freed. See the bird outside of the cage and you see the cage look like it was busted out. So the message that VYBZ Kartel is saying is that, listen, I've been incarcerated for about 13 years. So therefore, now that I am free, I am going to do the stuff that I missed out on for all those years, meaning family, girlfriend, love, making money, doing music, do whatever the F-U-C-K I feel like. So therefore, I don't want to be restricted by all of these persons that are giving me advice. I'm a free man. I can do whatever a free man does in some sorts of free democratic society. So the next thing that is popping in the news is based on a video that is making its round on social media in which a young man is explaining everything in intricate details that since the release of VYBZ Kartel, most persons are caught up in the affairs and business and love and life of VYBZ Kartel instead of being focused on themselves and what can make them better, their family better, their lives better. He is talking about a recent find in which it is said that X amount of barrels of oils have been located in Jamaica and how much it is going to be a life changer for the people of Jamaica and the government of Jamaica. Take a listen, take a look, and then I'll give my piece.
I'm not saying what I want. They found 7 billion barrels of oil in Jamaica. And you heard nothing about it in the media. Look at this article. It was published on July 12th. So a few weeks later, Kartel come out and everybody load up themselves. This is the problem with y'all Jamaicans. Y'all want to be entertained instead of focusing on the things that could heal your pain. 7 billion barrels of oil is equivalent to the length of 3.5 million football fields. And based on the current oil rates, it's equivalent to 3 times the current GDP of Jamaica. This can be a game changer. But Tande, I worry about man with no business, boy, yo. Y'all steady focusing on the things that don't matter. And that's why you're getting misused and abused. But if we come together and unite and do what's right, then we can't lose.
So people, you hear what this man had to say. And if you look at your screen, I Googled it and it is true. It is the facts. You see the amount of money. You see the amount of oil. you see that it is twice or triple the GDP of the country. So therefore, it could pay off the debt. It could fix a whole lot of the problems in Jamaica. It could make people's lives significantly better. However, most persons are focused on VYBZ Kartel since its release. This information, which is a game changer, it seems as if that was swept under the rug. Don't know if it was intentional by the government, who we know that is greedy. So apparently there is some sorts of deal with some sorts of other country or some sorts of other company in which they are going to come and they are going to retrieve this oil and they are going to sell it, and Jamaica should be significantly better. But people, if you've seen the history of a lot of countries in Africa in which them have all sorts of oil, all sorts of wealth, all sorts of diamond, it does not change the lives of the people significantly. Whenever you have any sort of government that manages the affair of the country, they are going to mostly exploit it for themselves and these other companies in which they are in business with. So therefore, Jamaica, in my estimation, is going to be the same unless, of course, we have a change of government. Not meaning the JLP or PNP, change of mindset and change of these crooked persons that are managing the affair of the country. But what this proves, like you hear this young man says, it shows you persons' priorities. It is warped. They are thinking about the affairs of VYBZ Kartel, who VYBZ Kartel is kissing baby, who VYBZ Kartel is going to buy his house, who and where he goes, what he is doing if he goes to Devon House, when there is news out there that is going to be beneficial to the people and Jamaica upon a whole. People like me say, when it comes to Jamaican people, we are the worstest of the worstest. We do not like positive news, we like negativity. And it seems as if all we want to hear about is who is humping who is sucking who is doing all sorts of despicable acts. Because when we look who are the influencers or the popular people in our society, these are mostly criminal-minded, despicable, low morals and ethics people. These are the people that everybody wants to be like. These are the person's life that everybody is interested in. And this is a next perfect example of what the person's priorities are and what they are mostly interested in, as sad as it sounds. So the next thing that is popping in the news, it is called NEIGGA, cannot stand promotion. As soon as a regular Igga gets some money, he just don't know how to act. It seems as if not everybody can handle the fame, the hype, the adrenaline rush. I am speaking about an artist known as Valiant, very good artist, respect the artist's music and his craft. However, it seems as if this youth is not able to handle himself as it pertains to driving on the streets of Jamaica. Because if you remember, a couple of months ago or so, there was an infamous video making its round on social media in which him lit down Dr. Christopher Tufton. He was riding his bike, Mr. Tufton that is, and Mr. Valiant was driving his vehicle. Somehow they collided. There were also pictures of him visiting the minister in the hospital, University of the West Indies Hospital. As a matter of fact, I had shown you a poster in which it seems as if the minister and the artist were keeping in communication. Because I showed you a poster in which Valiant was supposed to perform at some event that was being promoted by an ex-councillor and Dr. Christopher Tufton. So therefore, them are keep the link. Now, people, when we see stuff like this, we hear say Valiant in our next ACCI, DENT again. And he was lucky to be alive because that vehicle, all of the axle and wheel tear off, the vehicle upon the belly. Don't know if Valiant was driving, but me just say. 2 incidents in as much as couple of months in which the artist in a some sorts of wrangling because he can't control the street code. Now, people like me say, luckily the artist did not lose his life. However, he needs to take sleep and mark DEATH because the third time might not be a charm. Moral of the story is this. Whenever you start make little money and you start drive, humble yourself. Learn how to drive, know the road code. Don't make your adrenaline. Don't make the hype. Don't make people boosting you up. Don't make this money fool you. Don't make it go to your head, because you could lose your head literally. Point blank and period. So anyways, people, thanks once again for checking out my video. If you appreciate videos like these, please show your appreciation by liking, commenting, sharing and subscribing to my channel. That is how YouTube promotes videos like these to like-minded, sensible persons like yourself. Bless up.